Hello and welcome to this week's, the week of the 13th to the 20th, weekly vault check. Well, semi-weekly. Last week's vault check, unfortunately, I don't know what happened. Well, I do know what happened. It ended up, I reconnected my VR over the weekend. I had some family over. And I didn't have any of my vocal audio. So I wasn't too sure if I was just going to re-record it and then the timings would be off or what to do. So recap on what happened last week. Last week, I ended up finishing AOTC. I think we got this helmet was the one we ended up getting last week. But yeah, AOTC is done. First group, Cryptic, is on break until like next week probably. We're on break this whole week. It looks like things are going to be settling down on that side. The other group, my guild name is too long. It's also going to be going on break, it seems. They're just going to do achievement runs. We already did the achievement run for Cryptic. So that'll be on Friday when we do that. But anyways, well, lots of alts did LFR for the Dinar. Let's see my list. My list tells me Druid has full heroic and some dungeon. Now let's see. Oh, for my Dinar that I ended up using the Druid on, it was the best in slots. Probably should have waited till this week, to be fair. Ooh, but that's one less that I'll have to get on the Druid combustible bomb suit. Very, very nice. 652. That could be a very nice neck as well. Oh, but it's only veteran. Unfortunate. I am going with the bomb suit. Very excellent thing to go for. What did I get? 5 motherlode. Not too bad. Yeah, near the end of the week, the other guild just did keys on Saturday. So I just took the druid to try to help someone that hasn't healed too much. Alright, so there's that one. I will probably chop it here, and I'll come back. We'll be back when I swap to the next character. So this is my other Death Knight that is in... It's not my Blood Elf one, it's my human one that I ended up swapping off of. It appears that with the Gotank now having his whole drop thing, I think I mentioned it the week before and clarified it last week, but since last week's video didn't record anything I said, I'm going to be tanking with a new person. Now turns out that we have another new person that I'd be tanking with for next season. Also means I'll be tanking next season for that guild. Lots of confusing stuff. This is from season 1. That is interesting. So those. Oh, okay then. Oh, there it is. Let's say, okay then, I guess I don't have a vault this week. I do. That is also not this week's vault. Because I did a full normal clear. What do I want? One less catalyst piece could be nice. Since this one's barely been, as you saw from last season's vault, it was started off at like 610 yesterday. Now it's at 640. Okay, Jaster. Some nice shoulders. some boots. Funhouse lens, which is really nice. Or hero hands. I'm unfortunately going to have to go with Jester, since it's such a high ticket item. I already used my dinar last week on Capital Punisher. I also have a best in slots that I got during the little normal run I did last second. A nice Jester Diamond's going to be pretty snazzy on the Death Knight. I already have a few champion tracks, I think. Yeah. So it's not going to be too much of a waste catalyzing some things. I think I'm sitting on 6 charges as a catalyst, or 5. As it hasn't done anything. Nope. That is right. I'll cut it right here. And I will see you guys on the next one. Or I might not even cut it. Yeah, I won't cut it. I'm just so used to talking in between the loading screens, filling in the details between. But I am trying. I'm going to try to cut it down so you guys don't have like dead air like it was then when I was swapping the characters. So this will be the one for the video of me actually talking through a loading screen, because I hadn't really finished. So yeah, I'll swap to the Death Knight more than likely for next season, as I'll be tanking with someone new, someone that doesn't play a Death Knight. It's like one of the only chances I have to do a Death Knight. Started off at 610 last week, now it's 640, which is pretty snazzy. Now we're gonna do Demon Hunter had... What did the Demon Hunter do? I believe it was a almost full clear heroic. Yeah. It has all vault slots, but I think we killed Mugsy, and then that's as far as we got. I also didn't want to waste too much time when I still had the Death Knight to do last night. Let's see what we get. Scrapfield. Hero chest, which I don't believe the Demon Hunter needs. Nope. A new weapon? Actually, I think a weapon I already got. No. Not a weapon I got. Scrapfield. Just grab Scrapfield and take it. Alright, I will talk to you guys when I get to my next one, which I believe will be my warrior. And we are back number 4. What I got for my warrior after all, for the dinar was... Actually, I don't even think I spent my dinar on my warrior. I was thinking about it so much. Yeah, I was thinking about it so much I never actually wasted it. What would I have spent it on? I'm not too sure. I was tempted on getting a crafted shield. That was one thing for sure. I wanted to get a crafted shield then, because the crafted shield seemed really strong, really powerful. I also wouldn't have said no to the Galliwick shield, the Gallitech shield, which my paladin did get. LFR Jester Diamond. I think I need a veteran weapon. What rings do I have? A champion ring versus a Jester Diamond, and what the tokens? For this one, I'll go with the tokens. Now that everything's turbo boosted. And later on, I'm going to be doing, I'll record the video for Terrific Visions. That'll be pretty fun. But I'll have to figure out on which one to actually do that on. me swap. All right. Let's see. Everything's looking good. Yep. All right. So I really quickly moved along everything. My positioning and stuff. Maybe this will be a little bit nicer. It looks like keyboard's off the screen. My mouse is over here. Like right here. My neck's a little stiff now though. Ugh. Oh well. Something I'll fix later. So anyways, Monk. What did the Monk do? Monk did a quick run of LF bar for some stuff in the things. Not gonna go with that one, unfortunately. We'll go with that one though. It's a nice waist. Waist is not a waist. I'm half tempted to I think I said it as like a little, not even like, it was kind of clickbait, little clickbait uh title thing. Like, am I going back to Brewmaster tanking? I might. I'm pretty tempted next season to do Brewmaster. I might need to start getting it ready. Okay, time to swap. Next one should be the Paladin. And we are back. Back number 6. I'm just gonna keep saying we're back every time. It's gonna be, eventually it's gonna be something someone's gonna be like, why do you say it every time? I don't know anymore. I haven't even done it that much yet, and I don't even know. Okay. Paladin, what did it do? Last week we did Heroic to get the Dinars on Friday. What could I want for the Paladin? Boots could be nice, yeah. Trinket would also be nice. Well, neck is okay. Actually, neck is pretty good. But that Myth Trek Tome of Devotion, what I'm gonna have to go with. What's key is it? 9 Dark Flame. Okay. If you look back on the old videos, this one's gonna be a blast from the past with guess who I run this week? I gotta run the mage. Did not do too bad overall, as you can see here. She did a pretty good job on Arcane. Oh, that is for fire. I was trying fire for a little bit, but it also felt strange. I think it's just my stats are still a little low thanks to last season's item level. But a lot of the fire spells didn't go off as quickly as I remembered. That is an old one. Tokens. Actually, 90, 70, 500. Yep, tokens. But yeah, this one's a blast from the past. Playing the mages through champion ring or a different helmet. Same helmet I got last night. It's usually harder to get a ring, I think. I could always catalyze the one I have. Yep. Okay. Last character of the week. And that was my other Death Knight. Alright, so last character. my Blood Elf Death Knight. The one that I was intending to play more than my human one, since it's technically gearing to the same. So, right after plans changed last week, because this one, as you can see, 650 already. The other one's only 640 from last week. This one was already getting geared, unlike the other one. This one has, I think, a normal clear out that I did as Frost. But yeah, that was, I explained it last week. I was like, I'm just going to play around with BDK just for funsies. So I was gearing this one. And with the finding out who the new tank was going to be, I was now able to ask over there, and my guild name is too long, if I could just play Blood Death Knight. And the GM said, yeah, doesn't really matter. They know that I'll have my characters geared no matter what. Because they've seen like how many else I just mess around and play with and get them geared fairly reasonably well. So yeah, this one will unfortunately be shelved once again. I'll start gearing my human Death Knight again. Because that was the one I started this expansion with. And then I leveled this one actually recently. So anyways, let's see what I have. What do I want? What do I want? Veteran pants that can be replaced. Veteran neck that can be replaced. Hero belt that won't be replaced. Veteran ring. These two. Which one would I have more troubles replacing? Is it already catalyzed? It is not catalyzed. It's tempting to get the neck, but then if I do enough of the Flames Radiance, I think it's at like 8. You get the ability to just buy a neck that's already on the champion track. And they would also consider me a devout, giving me other people's like catch-up buffs and doubling the overworld buff. It's pretty tempting. I think I will go with... Oof, it is really tough. I'll go with the pants. I'll just go with the pants. Yep. All right. So now what to do? I'll go ahead and give out, I guess, like my closing. I'll close out this weekly vault, talk about what plans are, what's going to be happening, what's new. Well, I've already talked about a little what's new. So my plans right now, I'm gonna updated my Twitch schedule on Saturday, I believe. It's Wednesday, Sunday from 9 p.m. Mountain. Might do it a little bit earlier, but my goal will be like 9 p.m. Mountain will be the time that I'm on. I might start at like 8, an hour before, but by 9 I'll be on until like 11, if not later, if I'm not going to be too busy on Thursday or Monday. What else? I will go ahead and film, record, whatever you want to call it, the little quest line for Horrific Visions. Maybe do one. I'll also post that one, hopefully today. Now that there's a break, I might go and do some keys, since I usually don't do keys. Maybe this season will be the season when I start doing keys at a more serious level than just below portals. I know portals is like what some people that I've heard are like really casual key stuff. So maybe I'll try and get portals during this break. I mean, we're only in 0.5. There's still the rest of the season, 0.7, and preseason 2 stuff, end of season 1 to go through. Still. But yeah, that'll be the plan. So I'll probably be doing more vaults. I'll be now gearing up anything I might be switching to. At the moment, tentatively, it is maybe the monk, maybe keep the druid. For my guild names too long, it'll probably be the Death Knight. Although I did throw around the idea of maybe the warrior could be fun. But yeah, the only thing they said was they already know I'll have them geared by the time it's important. No read for me Tuesday, Thursday. I could also stream those days. Friday will be the achievement run. Could stream that as well. No idea what's going to happen Saturday. They're probably going to do keys. And yeah, I think that's about it. Hope you all had a wonderful vault this week. And I hope to see you guys next week. Bye.